Hi, this is Mark Wahlstrom. You are tuned in to the Legal Broadcast Network, and you are listening to this week's edition of Chairman Mark, one of the weekly shows that we have here on the Broadcast Network. And today I want to talk to you specifically about the issue of advertising in an economic downturn. You'll find posted on our site this week a copy of just a brilliant analysis and article that was published by the Wharton School just a few weeks ago about the importance of advertising in an economic downturn. We've just come through the holiday season. We are getting the news that many brands, as we know them, are going to disappear, particularly in the retail and certain commercial sectors. Companies are going to be going out of business. Retail chains are going to be going out of business. And the people in the legal community, legal marketing community, many of them are facing a lot of the same pressures. No one is immune to the pressures of this downturn. The economic turmoil, particularly the chaos in the financial markets, has had a dramatic impact on life insurance companies, on financial firms, on banking firms, and the restriction on banking credit lines has particularly hurt certain areas of the legal financing business. It's much tougher to obtain loans. It's much tougher to finance mass torts. It's much tougher to finance marketing and advertising campaigns. But as this article points out in the Wharton magazine, and again, we have a link to it here on our website at legalbroadcastnetwork.com. You'll be able to come to it. Just look for Chairman Mark, and that link will be in that story. But what they point out, what I want to stress to anybody in the financial or legal marketing world, or any attorney that does marketing, is some key and important points. They did an analysis, and they looked at what happened in past recessions and what happened to certain companies. The first temptation always is, well, times are bad. We need to cut our marketing and advertising costs. And they've pointed out that that is probably one of the single biggest mistakes that most businesses in retrospect have ever made. The reason being is that as your competitors are dropping off, as other people are reducing advertising, the people who not only maintain but maybe even double down on their advertising often see tremendous gains in market share long term once that recession, once that dislocation is over. The number that they used was a 250% more business to the people who are active, aggressive advertisers during a recession and downturn, as opposed to those who did not advertise or cut back significantly on their advertising. That's an enormous number, 2.5 times more business as a result of staying the course, continuing with advertising. They brought up some excellent points, and I want to bring up these same points because we're really in the digital media world now. If you talk to anybody who does TV advertising, anybody who's doing a lot of print or trade publication advertising, trade shows, flyers, a lot of the traditional means by which people reach lawyers, by which lawyers reach their end consumers, by which people market amongst each other, business to business. So many of those standard ways of doing business, essentially, the return on investment has become exceptionally expensive. But at the same time, people are not quite sure what to make of or what the best buy is on their digital media dollars. One of the things they talk about is the ability to drive home your brand leadership. If everybody else is off the air, if everybody else has cut back on their advertising, for example, the best example I can think of is J.G. Wentworth. They are the biggest factoring firm. They're also an enormous advertiser. I've heard that their advertising budget, TV advertising budget, runs in the several $1 million a month, which I can believe because they were so pervasive. Have you noticed you don't see their ads right now? Well, you don't see their ads right now because of the economic turmoil in the market. It has sharply curtailed their ability to raise capital and package structured settlements that they're buying and sell them in the secondary market. The fact that they can no longer advertise has now opened up an opportunity for other factoring firms to step in and grab some of that brand leadership that Wentworth is having to relinquish as a result of stopping their advertising. It gives you the opportunity to be heard when everybody else has been silent. That's one very important point. The other important point I want to drive home to people is not only with brand leadership, but the ability to cement with people your message. It shows people that you have staying power. It shows people that you have not gone out of business. It shows people that you are a viable company at a time when things are tough. It's so important. People don't stop consuming media just because the economy's bad. People don't stop looking for news on their profession because the economy's bad. If anything, I would argue they look to it more because they're looking for advice, leadership, and guidance. Now is the time to do that, and the best way to, in my mind, and obviously we're heavily invested in it here at the Legal Broadcast Network, is to be very specific, very focused to your audience. Don't waste money on media that doesn't work. Get into digital broadcasting, podcasting, whatever you want to call it, audio, video, and print. We offer it all right here at the Legal Broadcast Network. The ability to reach people where they are. All right, they're looking for information on the internet. You need to be in front of them. They need to find you, and they need to hear your message. The other thing, too, is people are looking for hope. People are looking for good news. You have the ability, through your advertising, through your PR, through your branding, to provide good news, provide guidance, to show them why products still work, show them why services are still important, show them why they should select you. Now, the most important thing that this article drove home, and I want to leave you with this thought today, is that when Wharton did an analysis and they went back and they looked, they found out that the people who survived the downturn but had cut back on advertising, the cost to get back to where they were on market share was 4 to 5 times the cost to get it back to where it was than if they had just simply continued to advertise through that recessionary period or through that difficult downturn. 4 to 5 times. So my message to you is this: if you're in the financial services business, if you're in the banking, the insurance industry, if you're somebody who provides financial services to lawyers or to their clients, advertising, marketing, court stenographer services, anything working with lawyers, or if you're a lawyer and you're in the business of trying to reach your customers and clients, now is not the time to cut back on your advertising, but now is the time to refocus your dollars. Take a hard look at what is really driving results for you. I hate to say it because I have great affection for many people in this business, but the print media business is dead. It's, people are propping it up. People are keeping it alive, but all you have to do is look at what's going on with newspapers, with magazines. Trade publications are not immune. Their numbers are plunging. Their readership is plunging. You know that you're seeing me on the internet. Your clients want to find you on the internet just as much as you want them to find you. Check out this article from Wharton. Keep up the faith. Invest in advertising, but make it a smart decision. Go into digital media. And if we can help you here at the Legal Broadcast Network, just call us and contact us, and we'll show you how to get started in the digital media world. This is Mark Wahlstrom, Chairman of the Legal Broadcast Network. Thank you, and I'll see you again next week.